Hello everyone. Today we'll be seeing about airfoils. So as we know, airfoils are perpendicular cross section of the wing. When we slice and wing into two equal parts perpendicularly, then we can see the cross section of airfoil. As we can see from this diagram, this part, this is the wing. When it is perpendicularly sliced, we can see there is an airfoil shape. So there are some set of airfoils joined together and skin is applied over there such that when a common man sees he sees it, he observes it as a wing. Airfoil is defined as a cross-sectional shape which is designed with a curved surface, giving it the most favorable ratio between lift and drag in flight. Lift is a component such that the force is perpendicular to the direction of motion, and drag is the component which is parallel to the direction of motion. Or we can say drag is the opposing force which opposes the forward velocity. A similar idea is used in designing of hydrofoils, which are used uh, when working fluid is water. So the designing of airfoil depends on the aerodynamic characteristics, which further depends on the weight, speed, and the purpose of the aircraft. These aerodynamic characteristics are dependent on certain terms that need to be defined to understand the design of airfoil. So this is the nomenclature of airfoil where we can see here this is point is leading edge, this is trailing edge, this is chord line which is straight and which is joining leading edge to trailing edge with a straight line, and this dashed line which we can see here is representing mean camber line, which divides the airfoil into two equal halves, upper surface and lower surface, or upper half, lower half. And the distance between this mean camber line and chord line is called camber, and the thickness is defined between, it is the distance between the lower surface and upper surface, and the straight line is called chord length. Airfoil terminology: chord is defined as the distance between leading edge, which is a point at the front of the airfoil and has a maximum curvature, and the trailing edge, which is a point at the rear of the airfoil with maximum curvature along the airfoil. Chord line. Chord line is defined as a straight line connecting the leading edge and trailing edges. Upper surface. Upper surface is also known as suction surface, which is associated with high velocity and low static pressure. Low surface. Lower surface is also known as pressure surface with higher static pressure. So if we have noticed the pressure distribution on an airfoil, we might have observed that the upper surface will be having high velocity of the flow when compared to low surface, and upper surface will be having low pressure when compared to lower surface. Mean camber line. It is the locus of points halfway between the upper and lower surfaces as measured perpendicular to the mean camber line itself. Camber. It is the maximum distance between mean camber line and the chord line when it is measured from perpendicular to the chord line. Thickness is the distance between the upper and lower surfaces, also measured perpendicular to the chord line. The terms used to describe the behavior when the airfoil is moving through a fluid. The first one is aerodynamic center. Aerodynamic center is defined, the pitching moment is independent of lift coefficient and angle of attack at this center. Center of pressure. Here the pitching moment is zero at this center. Angle of attack. It's the angle formed between a reference line on a body and the oncoming airflow, or we can say free stream flow. Pitching moment. The moment or torque produced by the aerodynamic force on the airfoil. Classification of airfoils. Airfoils are generally classified into two types: symmetric aerofoil and unsymmetric aerofoil. Symmetric aerofoil will be having identical upper and lower surfaces such that the chord line and mean camber line are same, producing no lift at zero angle of attack. You can see from this figure, at the zero angle of attack there is no lift. This is a symmetric aerofoil, and this straight line is chord line and camber line. For symmetric airfoil, chord line and camber line are Same here. Lift spelling is wrong. It's LIFE. It's LIFT. So, correction is needed here. Next, non-symmetrical aerofoil. It is also known as cambered aerofoil. It has different upper and lower surfaces such that the chord line is placed above with large curvature. It has different chord line and camber line. Unlike what we have observed in symmetrical aerofoil, we will be having two different lines here, chord line and camber line. The advantages of this cambered airfoil is that the lift to drag ratio and stall characteristics are better and useful lift is produced even at zero angle of attack. So if you see this graph, at even zero angle of attack, we have sufficient lift. Okay? And this location is called CL max. And after the CL max, when your lift tends to decrease, that is called stall angle.